Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm next JGGen24, and today we're going to be continuing on with Phillies Road to the Show. So if you missed out on yesterday's episode, we actually made some pretty good progress here. We were at the Dodgers series, and we made it all the way to the middle of the month. We actually finished up the series against the Mets. Unfortunately, did not get the sweep against them, but the Phillies did beat them 3 out of 4, and right now the Mets are the Phillies' biggest competition for the NL East. So anytime they can take a number of wins against the Mets, it's all good. It's always good. So we're in the month of August. We're going to be in the month of September very soon, which means September call-ups. And it also means that the race for the division is on. So that's what Philly and the Phillies are hoping for. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we got some maps, or we got a bat from the package. That's right. I forgot about that. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that should be it. Oh, I'm wrong. There we go. Now that's it. So we'll take a look at the standings real quick here. Phillies are 15 and a half games ahead of the Mets right now, which is good. Still not, it's still not clinched, but this is a pretty good spot to be in at 15 and a half games. Obviously things could change, but 15 and a half games seems pretty good for a lead in the division right now. And the NL Central is much closer. Pirates, they're starting to fall out of it, but they're not completely out of it yet, so don't sleep on them. But it's a three-horse race right now between the Reds, the Brewers, and the Cubs. As for the NL West, no surprise here. The Dodgers are leading it. They have as much of a lead over the Padres as the Mets do, or as the Phillies do over the Mets. Obviously the Phillies have more of an advantage, a game and a half, but still. So Dodgers are looking in pretty good position. The Mets, the Brewers, and the Cubs are all in contention for the wild card, as are the Braves, who are a half game back, and the Padres. So right now, it's the NL Central and the NL wild card that's looking like it's going to be a close race. As for the American League, the Yankees are running away with the division. They, like the Phillies and the Dodgers, have a pretty sizable lead. Blue Jays and Red Sox are not. They have solid records, but the Yankees are just too damn good. Royals, they have the division lead. The Twins, this is kind of surprising that they're 6.5 back, so they're not out of it. That may be a close race right there. I'm just surprised that, the Guardians and the White Sox are not out of it yet, or not officially eliminated. And then for the American League West, the Rangers are the division leaders. The Astros are 3.5 back. The Mariners are 5.5, and the Athletics are 6.5. So a decent size, but anything can change in the last month of the season. And then for the wild card for the American League, you have the Astros, the Blue Jays, and the Mariners, all with the spots. Not far behind them are the Athletics and the Red Sox. One game and 1.5 game behind. Twins, they're 4.5. So this is another one that, things could change on a dime. So watch I would say the NL West or the AL West and the American League wild card. Those are probably going to be the ones. So with that out of the way, let's go win some games with the Phillies and try to increase their chances of getting the division. It's not going to happen in August, but the bigger the gap, the sooner it'll happen in September. That's the way I see it. All right. And by the way, I know I'm late, but I do go back to work tonight, so this stream has to end at 6. I'm sorry for those that were hoping for a longer stream like what I had yesterday or the last few days. It's just I got to go to work. Well, not only that, but it's my brother's birthday today. So we're going to dinner. We're going to dinner, so that has to be at least 7, because then I got to catch my 9 o'clock bus. Ryan Clifford is on the Marlins too? Wow. That for Otto Lopez? Jeez. Give up a lot for Otto Lopez. I know he was a solid second baseman, but I didn't think he was worth Christian Scott and Ryan Clifford. For all I know, there might even be more. And Phil Lee's going to drive this one to left field, no doubt about it. That's a home run. Ring the bell for Phil Lee. I want to say that's his 52nd on the year. It is. And that puts the Phillies up 3-0 over the Marlins. What a shot. What a way for Phil Lee to start. One thing that I forgot to do, though, before I jumped into this game was upgrade Lee. I mean, that doesn't seem to be much of a problem right now, but I'd like to get him better. That Phillies fan better enjoy it. Will Phil Lee become the first Phillies player to hit 60 home runs? I don't think Jimmy Fox or Ryan Howard ever hit 60.
No.
And I'm only saying them because, again, you have to remember that in this universe, or in this road to the show, Kyle Schwarber has not hit 60 or 50 home runs. So in this road to the show, that has not happened. Oh, and Philly missed it. Uh-oh. He missed it, and the throw was offline.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Oh, boy.
No, that's a ball.
Lee with a drive out to left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and Schwarber's not going to advance to third. Wow, Schwarber took a double away from Lee. Guess if he's confident in Bohm. Double play. So that's... See? There you go. There you go, Schwarber. That's exactly what happened when you decided to hold up at third. Although he couldn't make the argument that if he had gotten to third and if he was thrown out, then it would have been... That double play would have ended the inning. Well, even still, I would have been, or Lee would have been on second, so... Oh, gosh. Well, double play right here for Lee, so make that 12. 12 freaking double plays he's hit into. What's up, Bubbles? How are ya? And I think we're going to enter this. Never hurts.
2-2-2.
Oh no, off the bag! And the runners are safe! Oh no! Trey Turner with an error. That's not good. How was my birthday? It was nice, you know, nothing too special. The cake was good. My dad picked the good cake, so... Oh, you're talking about the U.S. and... Oh, Canada and the U.S. for the women's. Ah, women's. Okay, well, good luck to USA. And that's the ball game. The Phillies hold off the Marlins 8-4, despite that error by Trey Turner. Phil Lee with a single and a home run, 3 RBIs. Pretty good game for Phil Lee. I think the men's semifinals are tomorrow. All right, well, best of luck to them. I know they had quite a scare against who was it? Finland, where Quinn Hughes had to scored the overtime winner.
That's it. The right fielder, Phil Lee.
I'm really not following the Olympics. No offense to the Winter Olympics, but I find the Summer Olympics much more exciting.
For the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil.
Don't give me the Yuri Perez as a young premier arm. Come on. Okay, he's 89 overall. Fine. But he's not having a bad year. I mean, could be better considering he's 10-10. But that's an improvement over last year or the previous season, to say the least. It clipped the strike zone. That's probably why it was a strike.
1-1.
I tell you what, guys, I have a pretty gnarly sinus headache right now. I've tried taking some Advil. It's doing a lot better as Phil Lee drives this one to left field. No doubt about it. Ring the bell for Phil Lee. He's got a home run. His 53rd on the year, and that extends the Phillies' lead to 2-0. What do we got here? Oh yeah, that exactly. ESPN just alerted me to exactly what you were telling me, Ray. They're doing it on presentation. I don't know if this is the premiere or if this is the trailer for... Oh, it is? Okay. Then yeah. And mini seasons for World Baseball Classic as well. Ooh.
Now back, right fielder, Phil Lee.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you got something to check out, Bubbles.
Ha!
Woo! Tyler
0-1.
Phillips with some heat. Wow. A new stadium in Puerto Rico. Despite the fact that some of the Puerto Rican players are not going to be in the World Baseball Classic, like no Lindor, no Correa.
Out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Man, the Phillies are just piling it on the Marlins. Baez, I think so, but I think he's suspended. At least unless they're semifinals games.
Next for the Phillies, the third baseman, Alex Bow.
Infield fly.
Infield fly.
Batter is out.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Oh, he's suspended for the whole World Baseball Classic. I thought he was only suspended up until the semifinals. Yeah, double play.
He's out.
Sim, and that's the ball game. Phillies take the 7-1 win over the Marlins. Looking for the sweep in the next game. Wait, Philly had 2 home runs? No, he had a home run and a single. So 2 for 4, that's pretty good. Oh man, but the Phillies or the Marlins are already out to a 1-0 lead. Uh-oh.
Relay. Hit me.
Nice, got him. Prevented another run from scoring. Why are you even trying that?
The right fielder.
Should have just stayed at third. And Lee's gonna get on with a infield single. That's nice to see.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Alex Bow.
One.
Come on, Harper. Oh man, this is gonna be a double play.
Got him.
Yep. You mean a pita
The batter, the third baseman,
or a pima?
Vargas.
At least the Phillies tied it. Yeah, pita. Mm. Come on, I have. Lee has to get the ball to the outfield. He has to.
1-2.
There we go. Nice job, Lee. Drive in the run and get on second for an RBI double. And it gives the Phillies the lead too. Nice.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex.
Bohm with a deep drive out to left field. Left fielder's under it. It's caught at the warning track, and Lee's gonna hold up at second. He's not going on that. Like, he wanted to. He thought about it. Oh, well, I do. And Phil Lee's gonna score the run. Makes it 3-1 Phillies now. Bryce Harper, way to come through with that base hit. Oh, shoot. Well, let's be honest. Would he have even been able to get him? I don't know. Still 3-1, so that's good. Right back. Lee with a drive out to left field, and that's going to get down for a double, at least. Nice job, Phil Lee. Either way, I knew what you were saying, SB Champ. Your dad and my dad are pretty much the same. They can't sit still. They can't sit at home. They have to be constantly doing something. They have to keep themselves busy. I think it's a previous generation issue. Might explain why most of them are not even retired yet. Other than the fact that they may not have reached retirement age, but honestly, I don't think they want to reach retirement. I don't think they want to retire. Because then they would just sit at home and be bored. I mean, yours and my generations, I guess we were raised differently. They might call us lazy, but at least we're able to enjoy when we have time off. We're able to enjoy it. You know, we're not just constantly working. Can we get the runner? He can! Catch him out, throw him out, double play. Very nicely. He's having a good game so far. 3 for 3. Up, make it 3 for 4. But that's okay. It's still a pretty solid game. 2 doubles, a single. And the Phillies beat the Marlins. That's the ball game. Phillies complete the sweep of the Marlins. They beat them 5-1. Jesus Luzardo gets his 12th win on the year. Philly with a very impressive series. 7 for 12 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Ooh, he's 1 away from 100 runs in the season. And now the Phillies travel to Queens to take on the Mets. But first, before Lee gets there, Oh, wait, did they not? Why did it not save? I was an 89, or Lee was an 89 overall yesterday. Let's see. 87 and 41, that puts it at 128. There's 162 games in the season, so hold on. Gonna need the calculator for this one. $34 games left. All right, first up on the in the series between the Phillies and Mets, Aaron Nola versus Kodai Senga. Senga is having a pretty good year so far, 13 and 2. That's definitely going to be his best. Oh, look at that! Lee is actually batting third. I think that's got to be the first time he's ever batted third. Maybe the Phillies are starting to realize, that they have a solid hitter on their hands. And the Mets going with their black uniforms that should have the white outlining, but whatever. Well, when you draft a guy in the first round, you hope that he becomes a superstar, and it looks like that's what Phil Lee is turning out to be. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by Lee.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
4-0 now, so they're piling it on the Kodai Senga here, even though that Lee's having some trouble. We tried, but too quick. It's all right. The Phillies are just piling it on. It's 7-0. Lee with a deep drive to right field. That's over the wall. It's a home run for Phil Lee. That's his 54th on the year. And the Phillies are piling it on. It's now 9-0. I notice how empty the stands look for the Mets. I mean, that's kind of surprising considering that, well, I mean, yeah, maybe people already started leaving. But still, this is now on veteran. As per request by Dodger, this is now on veteran. So Phil Lee still smacking the ball around, even on veteran. I think it was just the fact that when he first came up, he was not that good. He was only like above 70, so ooh, that was a hard smack to left field, but right at the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. think we're going to sim. And that's the ball game. The Phillies take the game one of this 3-game series against the Mets 10-2. Absolutely piling it on against on Kodai Senga. A 1-for-4 day for Phil Lee. Not exactly great, but not bad either. I mean, the 2-run homer. Besides, it wasn't really necessary for him to be offensively productive because the Phillies took care of themselves with 7 runs. So
That is it. The right fielder, Phil Lee.
now that could obviously be a different story in this game. Again? Oh, the Mets have fallen off. They have fallen off. Oh boy. There we go. There's a little bit more crowd. That's going to be a ground rule double. So Phil Lee moves the runner over to third and gets himself in scoring position for Alec Bohm. We're back to Lee hitting in the 5-hole. Fine. Don't know what was different between Kodai Senga and Clay Holmes, but okay. Lee's going home. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the 2nd run. He's safe. So Bryce Harper driving in 2 runs on a single gets it past Otto Lopez enough to be able to drive in 2. Phillies take 2-0. Now it's a 3-0 lead. Brett Beatty sets up the bat. Uh-oh. Diving catch situation. Can Philly do it? He can! What a diving catch by Phil Lee. MVP candidates. Uh-oh, Shohei Ohtani has made his way in. Phil Lee's just running away with it. Like, he's got I want to say he's got like 3 times? No, almost 3 times as much WAR as Juan Soto does. And Shohei Ohtani it's got 1.1 WAR.
Ball 1.
Never thought I'd see the day on that one, but
no,
I mean, Lee is like dominating. There's no reason he shouldn't be MVP this year. Unless he completely poops the bed for the month of September. If he does that, then yeah, he doesn't deserve to win it.
Ball.
But right now, he's firmly in the driver's seat. And there we go. Phil Lee with a nice single out to center. Another multi-hit game for Lee.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex Bohm.
That's ball 4.
And Alec Bohm's going to draw a walk, so that's going to move Lee up to second.
Up next for Philadelphia.
See if Harper can drive in Lee again.
Harper.
Nope. Instead, he's going to ground into a double play. The women's U.S. won gold for hockey. The U.S. women won gold. Okay, good for them. Always good to see the U.S. win gold, especially in a sport like hockey. I don't think women's hockey gets as much attention as it probably should. You know, I didn't even know there was a professional league for women's hockey until I went to this career fair in Newark, and they had the women's hockey team, I think, or maybe it was an affiliate, like a minor league affiliate for them. Well, when I say minor league, I mean like I don't watch women's hockey, but I much imagine that they have an affiliate that's, you know, you have the professional league, and then it's something similar to the AHL. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Ooh, man. Hold on a second, guys. Ow. Sorry about that. Got a little... I don't know what the heck I hit, but I was scratching my head, and all of a sudden it hurt. Philly signing autographs at Citi Field. I hope he's only targeting the Phillies fans. Mets fans don't deserve his autograph. He may be MVP. Doesn't mean he likes the Mets or their fans.
1-1-1.
Batting third.
Good.
The right.
Ooh, Mets already taking a 2-0 lead over the Phillies, so they're trying to avoid the sweep here.
Yeah. Inside, ball one.
But as I was trying to say there, as Lee's going to drive this one out to left field, no doubt about it. Lee with a home run, his 55th on the year, and that cuts the Mets lead down to 2-1. Lee's going for 60. He wants 60 home runs. And he can do it. 55 is, that's only 5 away. There, that's probably the notification right there that, yep.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Jeff. Not here.
Nice catch by Lee. And that retires the side. 2-1 still to score, but big catch right there by Lee. And Lee's going to drive this one out to center field. No doubt about that. His second home run of the game gives the Phillies a 3-2 lead. He's just like, I'm not losing to the Mets. I want to sweep them. Let's not lose to the Mets, even if I have to hit home run after home run. He's 56 on the year. Wow. He knows what's at stake here. This is a division. This is for the division, and if the Mets are in a slump right now, hey, Phillies can't help it. Mets can take themselves out. That was a deep shot, too. Now it's 5-2. And they had enough of Peterson, so they brought in Manaea. I feel like he's being used quite a bit in this series, as Lee's going to drive that one out to center field for a base hit. And I would also like to point out that at some point in this series, Phil Lee did get 100 runs. So he now has 100 runs on the year. If this man's not MVP, I don't know what he is. That's going to be a deep fly ball to right field. Soto's under it, and the half inning is over. But the Phillies do have a 5-2 lead over the Mets. Still have it in the bottom of the fifth here. Oh, that's over Lee's head. You better not go 3. I was about to say, if he goes 3, I don't think he was going to make it. Alright, so difference is still at three runs, but now it's 6-3. Yes, we know. First home run. You want to show his second one too? Yep. So there seems to be suggesting that there could be he's going for a third home run in this game. I mean, if he gets it, he gets it, but it's not the end of the world if he doesn't get it. Got him! Philly throws out the runner at third, going to third, and the side is retired. End of 7, and the Phillies still lead the Mets 6-3, running out of time for the Metropolitans to get back to avoid the sweep here.
Ball, that's out. Ball, that's down. Too high. Ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. No, that would have been a strike, so it is what it is. No 3-homer game for Philly. That's fine. Deep fly ball to left field. The left fielder's getting underneath it. He's got it, and that's the ball game. Oh, uh-oh. Sorry, that's the notification. If you saw that in the top right corner, that's just a notification telling me my controller's battery is low. So, I've got it plugged in now. It's all good. So the Phillies sweep the Mets on a 6-3 game on Sunday. And they have cushioned their division lead here by sweeping the Mets. Although at this point, I think the Mets are starting to fall out of it. So unless things have changed, I mean, the Phillies do have 7 games coming up in the first 2 weeks against Atlanta. I have to think that Atlanta is 69 and 61. The Mets are 68. Yeah, so Atlanta has passed the Mets in the division. Yep, by 1 game. So now we need to worry about Atlanta. And good thing, too, because that was the last series against the Mets for the year. Wait a minute. Didn't the Phillies end their season 2025 against the Twins? Why are they doing it again? That doesn't make any sense. Well, whatever. All right, whatever. Anyway, we got a Red Sox series to worry about. Fenway Park. Actually, this is Lee's first visit to Fenway Park. Yep. Yes, it is. It's officially baseball time. Now, see, I could agree with this. Garrett Crochet is definitely one of the premier arms in the league, so I'll agree with that. You don't like Fenway? I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it, I would say. Oh, he tried. He tried there. Nah, he's not going to get him. So a triple for Roman Anthony. Right, but if you can hit that wall, then that means you're guaranteed to hit. And it's close, too. So the problem is just how high it is.
Ball! That pitch is out.
But that's why they call it the Green Monster.
Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike.
Wasn't always like this. I don't know if you know the history of Fenway Park, but it wasn't always like that.
2 strikes.
You know, it used to be so short. People would watch it from rooftops of apartments. And they would watch games, and the Red Sox owner got pretty upset about that, so that's why he built the wall higher. It's closer, it's higher. I mean, I'll give you that there are ballparks where you can hit home runs. There are ballparks that are easier to hit home runs. I'll give you that. But I'd like to think that Fenway Park is a pretty hitter-friendly ballpark. So, you know, don't forget, you also have the right field corner over here that is so short. For lefties, I mean, that's ideal. That's like...
Now batting, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Runner.
Stolen base, very nicely. You know, they love that, but they also love Yankee Stadium's short right field as well. So I would say this is a pretty easy ballpark to hit a home run. If you get high enough, you could get it over the wall. And if you're a lefty, you love that right field wall. You just can't hit it out to center. Center is the most difficult part, I would say. All right, so despite Phil Lee swiping a bag and getting in scoring position, no one could drive him in. Great.
Now batting, left fielder.
Uh-oh. Jarren Duran. Dude's got wheels.
3-3-3.
And his teammate is not going to try for second. Usually runners would be dumb enough to try it. They must have hit a home run or something, because now they're up 4-1. I mean, Garrett Crochet has been pitching lights out. Marcelo Mayer. And you had to figure he was going to get up into the minors or into the majors eventually. Oh, he just missed it. Oh, good. They took him out. As long as that score holds up, the Braves losing to the Nationals, then the Phillies wouldn't have to necessarily beat the Red Sox. It would be easier if they did, but not completely necessary. As Phillies going to get a base hit here that's going to go to the corner, and the 83 speed guy is not going to advance to third, despite that getting to the corner. Are you kidding me? 83 speed, and you're not gonna. Come on, what are we doing?
Nope. Ball four.
All right, Alec Boehm with a pretty good chance here. Up past the second baseman. Oh, but Lee is out trying to score a second run. I guess we'll watch this, although I have very little faith in Marchand here. Ground ball to the second baseman, over to first, and that's the ball game. The Red Sox take game one over the Phillies, 5-4. Hunter Harvey, of all people. Bill Lee with a 2-for-4 day, 2 singles. So his power was not there. No home runs, but he's in a new ballpark. You know, not that familiar with Fenway Park.
That's a ball.
Got to give him time to get adjusted.
1-0.
I mean, the Red Sox are battling for a wild card, so they're battling for their lives. Or their postseason lives, I should say. Lee with a drive out to left center field. Center fielder's underneath it. He's leading in average home runs. I want to say RBIs, but I have to double check. I mean, he's looking at a triple crown here. Let's put it that way. It may even be more than that, because I think he's leading in runs too.
Leading off for the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ball one.
A generous ball.
Ball, that's in.
Get over his head. Get over his head.
Up to center field for a base hit. So Lee has a base hit in this game. Although, did he have one in his first at-bat? I don't recall. I'll look, but either way, he's got a base hit, so... Oh, no, he doesn't, because he flew out to center field. His first at-bat, that's right. I remember. 300th career home run for Matt Olson.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner!
That's ball 2.
And he saved another stolen base for Phil Lee. His 11th on the year. He's not leading in stolen bases, I will say that. Yeah, here we go. Leads league in average, home runs, and RBIs, according to the little news bar that's down at the bottom there, from what I saw. So, he's at least leading in the Triple Crown categories. Lee's going to try to score, and he scores! So Lee scoring on an infield single from Alec Bohm. And the Phillies are up 5-0 now.
Ball, that's just
Now we're top 4. And with a runner on second, Lee has an opportunity here to push that lead even wider. Found that one off. Oh, and he flies out to right field. Sorry, Lee. No RBI for you. Uh-oh. And Boston just came and scored 2 runs. So now it's 5-2. There we go. Oh! 8-5. Oh, crap. Well, Lee needs to hit one pretty deep.
ball 1.
If the Phillies are gonna take the lead back. Oh man. That's rough.
Ball 2. 2 balls, no strike.
And Lee is just going to ground out to the third baseman. So best opportunity for Lee to put some runs on the board, and he fails. And he strikes out on a pitch that was inside. Well, I don't think the Phillies are winning this one, so it was unfortunately not a great day for Phil Lee.
Relay. Hit me.
Safe. Great effort there by Lee, but that man was too quick. So we're just going to sim, and Boston takes game 2. That's the ball game. So now the Phillies are looking to avoid the sweep against the Red Sox. The Red Sox are absolutely on fire. Of course, they got to show the 10-game hit streak graphic at the start of the game. And Boston takes a 1-0 lead. Jeez Louise. I mean, Lee's not helping by having not so good games. But even still, like, the pitcher's got to get it together. Oof. Oof. Striking out does not help, Lee. Uh-oh. And he rubs a home run. So Phil Lee prevents this game from being extended to 2-0, although only momentarily, because what do the Red Sox do? They push it to 2-0. Lee with a deep drive out to right field. That's going to land and get over the wall for a double, for a ground rule double. So Lee sends his hit streak to 11 games, but he needs his team to come through here.
Two balls, one strike.
Alec Bohm, not exactly the best guy to come through with runners in scoring position. And he's not going to come through here. He's just going to ground out to the shortstop. That's the inning. At least the Phillies got on the board, but it's still a 2-run deficit. Lee could, with one big shot,
Ball, that's in.
he could tie this game. I was talking about how Lee is... And there we go. There's the big shot right there. Phil Lee drives it to right center field. No doubt about it. Over the bullpen. And that's Phil Lee's 57th home run on the year. It ties the game at 3. Wow. I was talking about it. I was like, Lee could really use it. He hasn't really done much in this series, and boom, he's like, shut up, I've got this. And they're going to intentionally walk Lee. They don't want to deal with him. They're going to instead deal with Alec Bohm. He's going to ground out to the second baseman and retire the side. So 7th-inning stretch. And the Phillies get an opportunity to win, to take the lead in the 9th inning. First, they better hope that Lee catches this. It's a deep one out to right, and he's got it again.
Now batting.
Phil Lee taking a home run away from Tristan Casas. And we are in extras, ladies and gentlemen. We are in extras. Fastball right down the middle, and Lee dropped the PCI, or I dropped the PCI. It's going to be another strike. No doubt it clipped the strike zone. So, and he strikes out on a slider. The Red Sox could win it here. Get ready to go home. Go home, go home, go home. There you go. Or at least get the relay, man. Yeah, sure. Do that. That's fine. Ooh, the Phillies hold on. And not only that, they took the lead. They took the lead in the top of the 11th. I swear, if he goes, he's going to be gone. Smart. Whoever was on second was smart. Tristan Cassis. So now Marcel Mayer here could get this. It could cut this lead to 1. And he will do that. Base hit to center field, and now the score is 5-4. So the Red Sox are not done quite yet. They got bases loaded with 2 outs. A hit here from Jarren Duran ties it, possibly even wins it. Is that a foul ball? That's a foul ball. So they lucked out there. Tense, isn't it?
2-2-2.
Ground ball, shortstop. Trey Turner's got it. Flip on the second, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies hang on. They take it 5-4. They avoid the sweep, but do drop the series against the Red Sox 2-1. But at least they're back in the win column. Overall, it wasn't that great of a series from Philly. I mean, yeah, he went 2 for 4, and he was 5 for 13 with a home run and 2 RBIs, but still. Felt like he could have done more. Oh, I forgot that he intentionally walked, too. All right, well, now the Phillies have an off day, so Philly is likely to do his training here. And then they've got a 3-game series against the Yankees. There we go. Nice. Gotta get those 8 tokens. Ooh, that one nearly slipped past me. Oh, I didn't check to see what other categories Philly was leading in. I guess I'll have to do it after the series with the Yankees. All right, 2,500 is good. He's got the 8 tokens, so he's got it. Yankees have been really good, so we'll see if the Phillies can handle them.
Leading up for the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Mark Schmidt. And Phil Lee will definitely be getting some upgrades after this series.
1-1.
Right now, I think the Blue Jays and the Red Sox are our biggest fans because if we can beat them, the Yankees, then we can help them cut into their lead. I think they're going to... No? Good. I'll take it. What?
We got a full count.
That was way inside, that should have been ball 4. And now because of that, Philly stretched to make contact and grounded out. So Lee's not happy with the umpire right now. He should not. That should not have been. He should have been on base. $238 hits. Wow. Well, there's another category that Philly leads in. Hits. The Judge is going to misplay that. It's going all the way to the wall. And they're going to go to third, and they're going to gun down Lee. So he's going to have a double and 3 RBIs. But he gets gunned at third. I honestly thought Marchand, they were going to go after Schwarber at home. I did not think they were going to get Lee at third. But Harper's going to grab that ground ball and step on first for the out and side retire. 4-1, still in favor of the Phillies. Now 5-1. Ooh, excuse me. Nick Martinez? The Reds pitcher.
No, that missed. That's a ball. 1-1.
What a circle change on that one. Wait, I want to... Oh, he must have signed with the... Yeah, because he's been all over the place here. He's gotten 4 years with the Rangers and 2 years with the Padres, 2 years with the Reds, and now he's with the Yankees. Looks like he's a reliever. Yep.
Ball.
See, I thought they were going to call that a strike because I knew I had Lee swing at a similar pitch on that, and they would have been like, oh, I guess that's a strike. That could have been a ball, that could have been a strike. I just couldn't take that chance. That's definitely a ball. No way the ump can even justify calling a strike on that. Should have tried to steal there.
Runner, he's going.
That's a ball.
And he saved another stolen base. He's 12th on the year. You think he's going to try and go for a 2020 60-20 season? I mean, he doesn't have much time.
The left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
All right, still 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Lee could make that a 6-1 lead or even a 7-1 lead as he gives this one a ride to right field, but I think that's going to be caught. It will be in front of the wall on the warning track. Judge got it. Looks like the Phillies are going to pick up the win here. And that's the ball game. The Phillies take game 1 against the Yankees 5-1 in this 3-game series. Matt Manning with the win. Philly extends his hit streak to 12 games. Good thing he got that double. Some digging? Okay. And the Yankees are up 1-0, but that's the way they started the last game. Yep, Boston is our biggest fan right now. They were like, yeah, you won, so it brought us closer. Win more.
Get down, get down.
Drive out to left field, right in front of the left fielder. He couldn't determine where that was going, so he had to let it bounce, and Phil Lee on base with a single, and his hit streak is extended to 13 games. Manager's not telling Lee to steal, so, and Bohm has got a 3-0 count, and he's going to take the walk. We steal. Could Harper draw the walk? No, he cannot. In fact, he's going to pop this or fly this one out to left field. Right, left fielder's got it. He's going to throw it in. Lee probably could have advanced on that, but he just didn't feel comfortable with that. Hai-Sung Kim. What's that now? And that's going to be a grounder. The third baseman, he goes over to the second, gets the runner there, go over to first, double play. And the Phillies strand a runner on second and first. And the score is still 1-0. Still 1-0 when Lee comes back up to the plate in the fourth inning.
1-0.
Crowd's getting behind Lee. They know. They know. Something amazing may happen. Any at-bat with Lee in it is always the potential for something amazing. But not there, because Lee is just going to fly out to Judge in right field. So he couldn't come up with anything there. Oops, a little offline, but doesn't matter. The batter or the runner wasn't going to third. And now it's 2-0. Lee hits one, and Caminero tries to get it, but it bounces off his glove and is going to roll over to the tarp in left field. Lee's not going to extend it to a double, so he's just going to take the single and move on. Lines out to Caminero at third base, so that's the first out. Manager is telling Lee to steal, but Heel is going to make sure that he stays there, at least for the time being. Oh, that wasn't a good jump. Yeah, he's out. Big chance here for Lee to... A home run here ties it. They fouled that one off. And swing at a pitch that was in the dirt. So 0-2 count here. Lee's just going to pop this or fly this one out to center field. Bellinger's underneath it, and he's got it for the final out of the 8th inning. So things not looking good here. The Yankees extended their lead. It's a 4-0. Hai-Sung Kim is up to bat. I'm just going to sit. And that's the ball game. So Phillies shut out by a heel. And the Yankees take game 2, so now we're heading towards a rubber match.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman, Junior Caminero.
You can get him? No, he's
Too late. He's in there.
able to extend it. Caminero.
Batting fifth,
And now the Yankees have to have a 1-0 lead again with Max Fried on the mound. Lee with a drive out to left center field. Bellinger's going to get underneath this, though, and he's going to catch it for the out. I think that was right in front of the warning track, so... And Volpe's going to give this one a ride to right field. It's gone. So Volpe with a home run there, his 20th on the year, and the Yankees extend their lead to 3-0.
now batting, right fielder, Phil.
They got to get something. The Phillies have to get something going here. Good opportunity here with Lee. Yeah, he's aiming for the extra base hit. That's what he's aiming for. But he's not going to get it because he's just going to ground out to Volpe, who's going to throw it over to second and get the force out there. So, Lee not helping his case right now. This is not good.
Now batting, right
Phillies
fielder,
get within 1. So Lee, if he can just find his power swing, could give the Phillies a lead. No, he cannot. He grounds out to Caminero. Oh my gosh. Lee, what's going on? Now it's 5-3, New York. Well, Lee's not going to be able to get that. It's 5-4. Oh my gosh. Lee's thinking home run. He's like, that's it. I need to hit a home run. If I don't do this now,
Strike one.
Phillies may not. Well, his hit streak would come to an end. Not only that, they may not get another chance. And he does it! The pitch was way outside, but Lee's like, I don't care, I've got an oar. I'm gonna take this deep. So Phil Lee with his 58th home run on the year ties the game for the Phillies at 5 in the bottom of the 8th. What a time to come up clutch for Lee, especially on a pitch like that where it was just so far outside. You even wonder how he got that home run. But the Yankees took the lead back in the top of the 9th. Oh my gosh. What the heck happened? He ties it up, and then you guys, it's given right back. And the Yankees win, so they take the series 2-1. So after taking game 1 against the Yankees, they dropped the next 2. And now have a key series against Atlanta coming up. They can't give the Braves any hope that they're going to make it to that they're going to take the division. Ooh, another bat. Another diamond bat, I should say. And signed and delivered. I guess that's a home run celebration. Whatever. Anyway, I said that Lee was going to get some upgrades before we moved on, so... Okay. Now those. And that. There we go. 75 across the board for all the important categories. Contact, clutch, plate vision, power, fielding, reaction, arm strength and arm accuracy, and speed. All 75. Only one more day till September call-ups. Philly's going to bat third. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't look at the standing or the stats. I'm sorry. Lee with the nice catch there for the out. Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that was a strike, but I didn't want to hit a fly ball and then force the stop to go back to first.
Ball.
Could have been a hit and run, but that wasn't on. At least as far as I know. Well, so after the Mets got swept by the Braves, they've been on a bit of a hot streak. Going 7 wins in a row.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Kyle.
Get out of here, spammer.
Right fielder, Phil.
Literally created yesterday. You think I was born yesterday? Phillies out to a nice 2-0 lead. As Lee's going to drive that to left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit.
Now batting.
That
Left fielder,
spammer is banned.
Schwarber.
Take your base.
And Harper's going to take a walk, so now Lee's in, or I'm sorry, that's not Harper, that was Schwarber. My bad. Getting away from the catcher, and Lee's going to move up to third. Schwarber up to second. What an opportunity here for Brandon Marsh. If he could get a base hit, that could drive in Lee. Even Lee and possibly Schwarber. And he's going to get that base hit. So that's definitely scoring Lee. That's definitely scoring Schwarber. Marsh with a 2-run single. Puts the Phillies up 4-0. Now they're up 8-0. This is the kind of game that the Phillies need. Beat down on the Braves. Don't even give them a chance to believe that they can win the division or cut into the division. Lee's going to drive that one up the middle for a base hit.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Hold on.
High.
Center fielder number 60, Brandon Mark.
Be right.
Good thing I opted not to go on that.
Runner!
Good jump.
2.
And he's out.
Tag.
So Drake Baldwin catches Lee trying to steal.
The left
And the side is retired. Look at this. Mets. They're determined. They're not gonna go away.
That's a foul ball.
Phillies add on, it's now 10-1. Phil Lee with another base hit up the middle. So Lee with his third hit of the game.
Now batting, left fielder Kyle Schwarber.
Now Schwarber's up to bat.
Ball 4.
And he takes a walk, so bases are loaded for Brandon Marsh. But he's going to ground out to the shortstop, who flips it over to second for the force out, and the side is retired. The Phillies hold a pretty strong lead here. And barring anything crazy happening, I think it's safe to say we can sim, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies hold on. The Phillies dominate the Braves 10-1, taking the opening game. That's key right there if they're going to extend their win or extend their lead. Although, oops, I almost returned to the clubhouse there. But I think the Phillies should be worried about the Mets right now. That's not Phil Lee. That looks like Trey Turner. But that's not Phil Lee, as the Braves have already gotten off to a 4-0 lead.
Hey.
Strike? Oh, my God. He's going to ground out to the third baseman, Riley, over to first to Olsen, and the side is retired. So not a great first inning by Lee there. Or, well, not a great first at bat. Go, 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 go! Uh-oh. He may not catch it. Oh, he does catch it. I was about to say, I didn't think he was going to catch it because it wasn't perfect like it was, like it's normally been. But I guess if it's good enough, then it's good enough. So nice diving catch there by Lee. Grab it. 5-1, so still a 4-run deficit. Lee's going to fly out to left field for the first out of the fourth inning. They're still focusing on Turner. I don't understand.
2-2-2. Got it. 3-3-3.
No, we're going right to home. Prevent the runner from scoring.
Ball 1.
Well, Smith Shawver is tiring out, so he's going to be making a mistake eventually here. And he does! Lee's going to take him deep, go Oppo Taco to right field, and that's gone. Ring the bell for Phil Lee, his 58th on the year, 59th. And now the lead is back down to 4 runs, 7-3. Yeah, so much for that. So much for that. A home run, but it's 11-3. So the Braves have returned the favor. Lee can hit all the home runs he wants. In fact, that was a milestone right there. That's 60 on the year for Phil Lee. Ring the bell for Phil Lee, and I think he becomes the first Philly to hit 60 home runs in a game. Hold on. Has any Philadelphia Phillies player hit 60 home runs in a season? Let's see. Well, yeah, that's... I want players, though. There we go. So, Ryan Howard had 58. So, in this game, not only did Phil Lee break the record for the most home runs in a single season for the Phillies, but he also became the first Phillies player to hit 60 home runs in a season. Wow, talk about a lot of milestones here. I don't think the Phillies are coming back, so we're just going to sim it, and that's the ball game. 11-4. Great effort by Phil Lee. 2 home runs, but needed more. Why are we focusing on Tyler Freeman? I don't care. By the way, guys, I do have to end this stream early. It's like I said, it's my brother's birthday today. We're still focusing on Freeman. This is a glitch. Philly fields the out very nicely, but the Braves get out. Oh my God. Oh, but Lee's going to drive this one out to left field. It's going to get past the left fielder, up against the wall, and Lee's got an extra base hit to kick off the, well, not to kick off the game, but going to put himself in scoring position if Schwarber can come through. Schwarber's got 33 home runs. Actually, hold on. Well, that's recent games. What? Oh, this is Schwellenbach. My bad. Yeah, in the previous season, Schwarber only had 36 home runs, so he never cracked 50. In this universe, I want to make that clear. We're talking about, why is Schwarber bunting? He can't even run. Oh my God. What the hell are we doing? Oh, God. Sometimes this game doesn't make sense. I hope they fix it for next year. I don't want to ever see a cleanup hitter hitting third or bunting. That's ridiculous. A cleanup hitter is supposed to be one of the better hitters on the team. If you're telling me that they can't hit, they bunt, that's ridiculous. I don't care if the shift is on. They shouldn't be doing it. In fact, if you look at Phil Lee's attributes, he's not even focusing on bunting. He's like, screw bunting. I'm swinging away. Anyway, unfortunately, Lee couldn't come through in his last at-bat. He is going to get a base hit here, and the runner's going to advance to third, possibly home. What? What is going on? Oh my God! It's like the last days of August. The Phillies' brains were melted by the sun. What kind of dumb decisions are being made here? Anyway, what I was trying to say is that because it's my brother's birthday today, we're going out to eat. And my dad just texted me he wants me to end the stream early. So I'm thinking 5:30. 5:30, I'll cut the stream short. And I do apologize for that. But we gotta do dinner.
Yeah, here we go. Relay, hit me.
1 for 3, that's dangerous. I don't know what Olsen was thinking there. Oh my God. The Braves are gonna win the series against the Phillies. That's not good. These are series that the Phillies should be winning. And he couldn't even catch that. Just Sim. It's Rafael Marchand. He's not doing anything. Oh, it was actually Freeman. They're focusing on Freeman for some reason. The Philly, 2 for 4 day, a double, and a single. Not a good series. Phil Lee is definitely frustrated because he's wondering what the heck is going on. This is like the third series in a row that the Phillies had dropped. In fact, if you look at it, the last 10 games, they're 3-7. This is not good. This is not good at all. I mean, thankfully, the Mets are 15 and a half games behind, but the Braves are cutting in. All right, let's check out the player stats. Well, these are... Yeah, they're only going to show Phillies, so I can't even... That's a dark... Oh, here we go. Okay, so Lee leads in league average, 438. He also leads in hits with 249. At bats, Lindor has that. Hae-Sung Kim is third with Phil Lee fourth. Phil Lee leads the league in doubles. Almost double. Well, no. More than Lindor by like nearly 30. Actually, it's 25. He's leading Lindor by 25 doubles. Acuna has the most triples at 11. Lee has the most home runs at 60. Juan Soto has 41. Phil Lee also has the most RBIs at 181. Behind him is Shohei Ohtani at 117. So, pretty sizable gap there. I want to say that's 64. Yeah, 64. Lee also leads the league in runs with 109, 18 more than Juan Soto. Stolen bases, Ellie De La Cruz leads that category with 34. Jake Cronenworth has the most bases on balls. He's got 96. Holy crap. On base percentage, highest in the National League goes to Phil Lee at 449. Behind him is Juan Soto at 411. He also has the highest slugging percentage at 889, while Acuna has the second highest at .626. OPS, Lee is leading in that category by more than 300. Schwellenbach has the most wins at 17. Not far behind him is Tyler Mahle and Emmett Sheehan, each with 16. Christopher Sanchez and Nick Lodolo each have 15. But those are all. So to answer Lee Bubbles' question, yes, Lee does lead in quite a number of categories. In fact, he's leading in the most important categories if he's going for the Triple Crown, which he is. What's up, Cheater? How are you? I'm doing fine, Not happy with how the series against Atlanta ended, but it is what it is. The Phillies just got to get back on track. That's all. Phil Lee is doing his thing, so I mean he could have came through a couple times in that series, but Phil Lee signing some autographs in St. Louis. Yes.
Batting third, the right fielder.
Do I have enough time here for this series?
Runner!
Aye.
Nice stolen base there by Stott. 24th on the year. Wow. Yes, I did. Lee with a deep fly ball to right field. Why is Stott not going? Why are you not going? That was right field. You have 83 speed. You should be over at third. Oh my God. They just made the Phillies dumber? Am I excited for baseball? Yeah. I'm excited for the regular season to start. That it's spring training, it's kind of like, okay, as long as no one gets hurt or no one major gets hurt, then that's what matters. Fortunately, Lee is going to ground out there for second out. Or not for the second out, but going to ground out to end the inning there. Or end the half inning. If the U.S. does well, then I'll watch. I'm just worried about Nolan McLean. I don't want him getting hurt. I'm really hopeful about my Mets this year. That this is a different team that's more focused on contact. We gotta, if Luis Robert could return to his 2023 form, that would be fantastic.
Now batting, left fielder Kyle.
So we'll see what happens. Not to mention Polanco and Semien, if they could just give one last boost to us. Well, don't forget the Brewers made a big pickup, or they traded away Freddie Peralta to the Mets for Christian Scott and Jet Williams. So you guys got some pretty good prospects there, I'm sorry, Brendan Sproat. I'm sorry, it wasn't Christian Scott, it was Brendan Sproat. My bad. Sproat is a MLB ready pitcher. Okay? Or he's definitely at least on the verge. And Jet Williams, I mean, you could play him out in center field if the Brewers want to do that. That's what the Mets were doing. And then they got Luis Robert, and now now they're hopeful that Robert can return to his form. As Lee's going to drive this one to left field over the bullpen, no doubt about it. That's a grand slam home run. Phil Lee with the 61st home run on the year, and the Phillies extend their lead to 7-0. Slider right down the middle. Lee was not missing it. Watch this. Bam. Perfect. No doubt about it.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
But here's the thing. The Brewers were good enough to get to the NLCS last year. It's just that they ran into the Dodgers. Take it from a Mets fan. They're tough. So, but the Brewers have a good young core that have the chemistry, and you know, if they can even be as good as they were last year, they're gonna be ones to watch for sure. Not to mention, this is going to be Jacob Misiorowski's first full season in the MLB. I see him as a very tough pitcher. I do. Double play there. But at least Lee scores, so take the good with the bad. But Phillies get a nice win against the St. Louis Cardinals. But this is how they started the last 3 series with a win. Well, actually, the last 2, the Yankees and Braves. And we know how those ended up. So
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
just have to hope that the Cardinals are really bad.
1-0.
And Lee's going to drive this one out to left field. No doubt about it. That ends up in the upper deck. And it's a home run for Phil Lee. His 62nd on the year. He's gunning for Mark McGwire's home run record. He's about 8 away from tying it. Can he break it though? He's got a full month to do it.
Batting third, the right fielder, Alex.
But for Lee, the most important thing is getting the win. Making a serious playoff push, because the Brewers knocked them out of the playoffs the last time, so they don't want that to happen again. or Lee doesn't want that to happen again. Lee with a drive out to right center field. That's going to get down over the wall for a base hit, for a ground rule double. So Lee drives in the run, gets himself in scoring position. It's now 2-0 Philadelphia.
Ball four. Take your base.
Or Marsh is going to fly out to left field, and Lee's going to hustle back to second. He's not taking that chance. Wait a minute. Oh, Marsh. So wait, how is there a runner on first? Did Schwarber walk or something? He must have. And it doesn't matter because Bohm is just going to ground into a double play, and that's going to end the top of the inning. So at least Lee was able to drive in a run with his ground rule double, but it makes it 2-0.
Arenado.
Uh-oh. That's bad. Dude, get it in. Wow, can you believe this? Nolan Arenado has a triple. All because Lee screwed up and misjudged that play. Now it's tied at 2 in the top of the 5th. He's going to drive that one out to center field, but Scott is underneath it, and that's going to retire the side.
Now batting, the first baseman, John Barrett.
Can he throw out the runner? He does! He prevents the Cardinals from taking the lead, at least in that at-bat. But they do it here, or they still do it. It's 3-2 St. Louis. All right, Lee's got to get on base here. And he will. He'll drive this one past the shortstop for a base hit. Doesn't get the double, but he does get on base. They're not telling him to steal. As Schwarber is going to line out to the second baseman. Donovan, I think that is. Yep, Brendan Donovan. What about Brendan Marsh? Can he do something? He's going to take the walk. So Lee ends up on second, which, I mean, his goal was to hit a double, but Lee ends up on second, and an opportunity by Bohm to drive him in. He will not do that. In fact, he will... Jeez. You know, it's so funny that the game, you know, keeps putting up the graphic about Phil Lee hitting into more than 10 double plays this season. And yet, Alec Bohm has to have hit into more double plays than Lee has hit into. He has to. This is ridiculous. Lee's not the one that's screwing up here. Lee is doing his job. Well, rubber match. We're in the rubber match, so going up against Martin Perez here, as Lee is going to try and get on base or score a run, whatever he can do to help them win this game, because this is ridiculous. And the Cardinals are guaranteed to finish under 500 for this season, as Lee's going to ground out to Brendan Donovan, throws it over to Wilson Contreras. The Phillies take a 3-0 lead into the top of the third when Lee comes back up to bat. See, this is what I'm talking about. They flashed that graphic again. Like, do that for Alec Bohm, please. Please do that for Alec Bohm. I'd like to see how many double plays he's hit into, because this is ridiculous. Well, the Phillies, they scored more in the top of the third, so it's now 7-0. Lee's hit streak is in jeopardy here. Nope, right at the right fielder. So who's going to catch it? So 9-2 Philadelphia, as Lee tries one more time for a base hit. He's going to smack that one to center field. It's a pretty deep drive, but center fielder's going to get underneath it for the catch. So can Lee get the final out here in the 8th inning and stop the momentum that the Cardinals seem to have? Uh-oh. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous there. I was nervous. I thought we were gonna come into this at bat and see that the Cardinals had tied it.
Inside, ball one.
19 games. That's what's at stake right now for Phil Lee. 19 games.
So that's off the plate. Ball two.
Unless they decide not to give him anything to hit.
Ball, that's off the plate.
He's going to swing and miss at that
Ball,
sinker.
1 strike.
3-1. And he's going to swing at that. They get a 3-2 count. That could have been a ball. That could have been ball 4 right there. He's going to pop this one out in foul territory. Contreras is underneath it, and he catches it. So Lee's streak is officially over. And we're just going to sim this because I don't believe the Cardinals will come back. So at least the Philadelphia Phillies ended their streak of series loss by taking this series against the Cardinals. No thanks to Lee. Lee unfortunately did not do well in that final game. He was very ineffective. But they got the win. I guess that's what's important. 29. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and make some upgrades before I sign off here. We'll do contact, clutch, and plate vision. And look at that, guys. Phil Lee is officially a 90 overall. A 90 overall. He has crossed into elite territory right there. Probably just in time, too. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV NextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So overall, bit of a rough series after, what was it? We started against Miami. Yeah, started against Miami. Had a nice sweep, back-to-back sweeps against the Marlins and Mets. Then we dropped the series the Phillies dropped the series against the Red Sox and the Yankees and then the Braves. Thankfully, they ended that with a 2-3 series against the St. Louis Cardinals, but now they have a big series in Atlanta, the last series against Atlanta for the year, and if the Phillies can, split it, at least the Braves won't gain anything on them. They won't lose anything, but they won't gain anything either. So we'll have to see how that goes as the Phillies make a push for the division and for the postseason. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.